Okay, no problem. So we have configured London. Then let us configure Beijing. Application in Beijing, there are how many? There are 6, isn't it? There are 6. Okay. So let's edit. We are going to give it 12. So the same thing we did. The same thing we did. We have a database law. Just a minute. Database law load. Then database high load. Email load. Email load. Email high load. FTP low load. FTP high load. HTTP light browsing. HTTP web browsing. Print text. Print text. Then another one will be color. Another one will be color. Color, then video load, then video high resolution. Okay, even this one, I'm just going to put 14. Whatever, if your other application want to use, that's fine. Just say 14. Voice load. Okay. Then you shouldn't forget to change the operation mode. We have serial and simultaneous. What's the difference between these communication modes? You know, I'm sure you know the communication modes or the way the information flows. It's either simplex communication or half duplex communication or full duplex communication. So serial is like it's a simplex communication. Simultaneous, it's a full duplex, meaning that the information can flow in both directions at the same time. That's why we move from serial to simultaneous there. And I click OK. We haven't configured the other one. We just configured the Beijing. Now we are remaining with Boston. We are remaining with Boston. And go to application Boston. Let me just say 14, right? Okay. So start database low load. Another one will be database high load. This one will be email low load. The email low load. And the other one will be email high load. Email high load. Email high load. FTP low load. And FTP high load. Yeah, high load. Then HTTP. We'll go to HTTP. which is light browsing, the heavy browsing, light browsing, heavy browsing, then print text, then print color, print color, print color, print color, print color, just a minute. So video, Lolo, and video resolution, voice, required speech. In the second one will be required speech. Then you change from serial to simultaneous. Then click OK. Yeah, if we go back to the profiles, we've seen that all these are given the applications. We have the applications. Then, yep, we are done. Any questions? Any questions? Do we have questions?
No questions.
Okay, so now we'll go to the LANs, the local area networks. We are going to configure the network there. So we'll go inside there. So the first thing that you do, you need to configure a server. This is a London server, okay? Remember, this is a London server, which is partly going to support Boston and Beijing remotely for two services like HTTP and FTP, isn't it? Are we together? Huh?
Yes, we are together.
Okay, so let's add here. We are in Boston. I mean, we are in London. Let's add a print. Remember, we have put a service, a printer as a service, so there should be a printer there. So I'll get this printer there. And what cable is this? This is 100 base T. This is 100 base T. So let's get 100 base T. Then right. If you want to connect a printer direct to 10 users or 5 users, you can have 2 printers, but let's just have a print because there's a print server, okay? So these users are connected to the switch and they can print remotely. I mean, they can print via the switch. Then you can just walk to the other department. If it's a printing department, you go and get the things you sent for printing.
Sir.
Yes.
So I have a question. That last week I missed the class. The print server, it's all set up in this same one server that is here on top. Everything is set up in that server.
Yeah, everything will be there. Or we can suggest if we can have a print server separately. I don't know. Or we can have one server and put all the services.
I know it's fine, sir. One server, all the services is fine.
All right. Okay. So go to the server, like click the server. We are going to configure this server. So go to expand the applications. Okay. Then where it says application, okay, we are just configuring from where it says application supported profiles and application supported services. Application source preferences is not important. So let's go to application supported profiles. This supports 3 profiles. Why is it supporting 3 profiles? Because it is supporting remotely. Okay. So what are those profiles? Then you put those profiles. You just click on none there. It brings these 3 profiles. You just select them. So it supports London, it supports Beijing, it supports Boston. It supports its own, which is London, because we're in London. Then it supports also Beijing and Boston. Not everything, but only those selected services like HTTP and FTP. Okay, supported profiles. Then supported services, we go to Ed. There are 7 services here. It supports 7 services. So let's say 14. Okay, we're going to say 14. Then I'll show you. So let's pick database low, database high, email low, email high, FTP low, FTP high, HTTP light browsing, HTTP heavy browsing, print text or can be color. Okay, okay, we have these. HTTP color, video resolution, high resolution, voice. So just put everything there and click. Okay. So we have put the services. So this server is configured. Then now we are going to, these are departments, these are departments. So you can call them whatever you want to call them. So these 10 users, let's click on 10 users, edit attributes, and go to applications. When you go to supported profiles, it is only one, okay? And this one, it's London because we are in London. These are users, okay? All right. Then to supported services, you go to edit. Remember, these are 5 users. They are not using.
I'm behind there.
Sorry?
I'm behind there.
Where?
Where you selected London. That's where. Oh, that's on the profile for the server.
Yes. So now, how many applications in London for the ordinary users? Remember these 10, they are not using video, isn't it? Huh? They are not using video, isn't it?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, Dr. Chintu.
Okay.
The line break.
Oh, it's breaking?
Yes, it is. I don't know if it's here or that side. The network was breaking at some point. I couldn't get anything.
Oh, what about now?
Yeah, now it's clear.
Okay. So we are going to configure this network. The users in London, the ordinary users, these 10 users, they are using 5 applications, isn't it? 5. So you just go there, you edit, then type 5. So this, remember this scenario, this first scenario, we said it's for what? Low intensity, isn't it? Huh? So whatever the application we are going to include are all low. So database low, email low, FTP low, HTTP light browsing, and print text, we are giving them more black and white. Then we are done with these 10 users. Then only when we go to 5 users, only the 5 users, the supported profiles is still London. It's still London. We are still in London. Then the supported services for these 5 users, they have got 6 because they are using database low, email low, FTP low, HTTP light browsing, which is light also. Then print black and white. Then they've got voice low. Remember, this is a scenario for low, for light intensity. So everything that we are going to give, all the application that we are going to give for this department, they are using the low intensity. Then we click OK. Then we click OK. So we have configured this subnet. Then we can go to another subnet. Any questions? Because we are done with this subnet. We are done. We can go to Boston. We do the same. Okay, so we start with the, oh, let me add a print. Let me also add a print. So I'll put a printer, then get 100 base T. Get 100 base T. This is 100 base T. Then we connect. So just rename this printer. It's thread name printer. Okay. And let's configure the server. Go to application services, supported profiles. It is just one, and the profile is Boston. The profile is Boston. Then supported services, we are going to say 6. Okay, it's 6. Yeah. Let's say 12. Because when we get database low, we get high also, email low, high, just like that. This is the best practice that you can ever do. It's HTTP heavy. Let's see. Color. All right, those are the only applications for the Boston. Right. Then we'll go to the users. These users, 15 users, the applications, they have got 5. So supported profiles, it's 1, which is Boston. Yeah, we are in Boston. Then supported services, we edit supported services. Then these guys are using 5 services. They have got the database low, email low, FTP low, HTTP like browsing, and they have got print black and white. Then we go to the 5 users. These 5 users, they have got 6 applications because they are using video. They have been given video. The profile, it is just 1, which is Boston, of course. Then supported services. These guys have got 6. Database low, email low, FTP low, HTTP like browsing, print, and video, which will be a low resolution. Okay. Okay. We have configured also this network. Then we go to Benzene. Open Benzene. In Benzene, let's configure this server. The application in Benzene, they are using everything without even wasting time. We just say everything. So supported profile is one, which is benzene. I mean, yeah, it's supported profiles. It's one, which is benzene. Then services. We can say all. Remember that they are using 7. Okay. They have got database law, email law, FTP law, FTP light browsing, then print color, text, black and white, video law and voice law. Remember, this is the only subnet we see both video and voice, but it's not all the ordinary users. Ordinary users will still use 5 services. They won't use video, they won't use voice. So we are in ordinary users. We are configuring the ordinary users. Supported profiles, it's benzene, so it's one. It's one. Then supported services, you edit. You just enter 7. So they are using database law, email law, light browsing, print text, video law, voice law. We are remaining with one. Which one is remaining? Print, right? Which one is we've forgotten? We've skipped one. Oh, FTP.
FTP.
FTP, yeah.
FTP.
Okay. Okay, so we are done with it, but let's add a printer. Let's add a printer. And by the way, this is 1000 base X. 1000 base X is what we got. 1000 base X. 1000 X base X. And we save. Okay, you have to do one thing. If you don't do that, this won't run, even if you configure it right. So you go to edit, then you go to preferences, then we go to discrete event simulations. Then you need to go to, are we together? When on discrete event simulation,
Yes.
we have this, the one highlighted in blue, which says network simulation properties. You have to double click on the value. Mostly when you click on the value, for you, it's empty, but you have to type STT mode. You go to insert, type STT mode. STT stands for standard mode. Then you click OK. Then your network will run. Okay? So let's try to run this.
So you said STT mode, sir?
Yes, STT mode. When you go to edit, preferences, then here on the left-hand side, discrete event simulation, you click there, then you have this, where I've got name and value. Then discrete event, then the second one, which says network simulation mode. Okay, on the value, for you, it's empty, they are just brackets, isn't it? You just double click there, then this box will pop up. Then inside the box, you type, you go to insert, then type STT mode. STT mode, then you click OK. Your network will run. If it is configured properly, it has to run. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
All
Yes.
right, so let's run. You have to go to configure run discrete simulations. You click there. Okay. Then duration 1 hour is too much. Let me put 5 minutes. Okay, let me put 2 minutes, then change from hours to minutes. Then apply, run. As you can see, it's running. I mean, it hasn't started, but it will run. It's running. It's running. It's done. Just close. Then go to view the results. You can click there. As you can see, we have the results for scenario 1. Okay, it didn't show. You know what the problem is now? The duration was too minimal, so it couldn't collect. So the best is to put it on, it should be 1 hour, okay? It should be 1 hour, but you can put it on
Maybe
10 minutes
half
and
an hour.
above. Or if you are not that busy, you can leave the computer running even the whole night. You put it on 1 hour. 1 hour is the best because it collects all the results. Okay? So even me, I'll run this 1 hour so that the next class we can get the graphs, we can get the results and try to see how those can be interpreted. Okay. So today I just wanted us to do the configurations. I'll share the video, then we'll meet tomorrow.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Thank
have a
you
good
so
day.
much.
Thanks. So you're sending the link now?
Yes, let me send it before I forget. So let me just send it in advance.
Okay, then sometime tomorrow, 17:30 or 18.
Maybe we put it 18 so that the people, they will manage to
Participate.
join.
sir.
Yeah, yes, let's put it 18.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.